this way, so far out into the darkness. Why couldn't we have brought more light?
Hello everyone, my name's Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today in the game we're actually taking a look at one of my most favourite sci-fi franchises ever and a few ships from the actual series. With me today I have the main ship, the MCRN TACHI, otherwise known as a ROCINANTE. This ship is like the main character, I guess you could say, in the series. It's the ship all our heroes travel around on. We're going to be taking a look at spaces today and seeing how well designed this ship actually is. Now the creation itself is done by the theme creator known as Reactor, and it is amazing. They've done a few versions of this. We've got the TACHI as its own in the sort of Martian MCRN colours. We've got the Resonant gas one here, and there's even a custom edition where it features a working Epstein drive. Unfortunately, the mod is currently broken as it was created a year ago. However, I'm hoping it may be fixed very soon. If not, another modder might step in to help out with it. For the minute, I've got the vanilla versions here, but I'll leave links down to all three versions down below if you do want to go and check them out for yourself. I've also modified the MCRN TACHI version to actually include some heavier PDC guns, which I feel are a little bit more modded. So I'll show you that later. First off, we're going to take a look around this ship and see how it's captured the feel of it. Now obviously this is the Resonant gas sort of design of it. It's got the gas tanks on the side. If you've not watched the Expanse, basically they steal this frigate from the Martians or escape from a battle using it. They arrive at a station and realise, we can't exactly keep a stolen Martian frigate, as they may come along and want it back. So using some friends called Fred Johnson, they convert it into this gas tanker here, and they rename the ship completely. It's renamed from the TACHI to the ROCINANTE, which is a really cool name in sci-fi when you think about it, and it's definitely now probably standing up there as one of those legendary sci-fi ships along things like Galactica and Enterprise. It definitely will go down to be remembered, which is quite cool as well. So eventually they transform this gas tanker here. They do lose the gas tanks eventually when they have to make a fast escape from Aerostation, and you see the tanks fly off as the ship needs a bit more extra maneuverability, and they can use its PDCs again. PDCs, point defense cannons, those are Gatling guns. Doesn't actually have any on this ship, I don't think, because it's disguised as a gas freighter, so I don't actually know where they are. I don't think we have any defenses. We still have a torpedo launcher up the front here, antennas and stuff like that, but we have no cannons whatsoever. I will show you my modded version in a minute. I've basically taken the creator's original design, added a few modded guns on it to actually make it a little bit more heavier firepower, so I'll show you that in a minute. So the creator has captured the design perfectly. We've got the shape of ROCINANTE, we've also got all the doors. This is where the airlock would be down there. Now around here we also have a drone bay as well. If you remember season 1, if you've watched the show, Alex deployed like a CCTV drone to help out the crew members. You can actually print this down here and use it if you wanted to. I'll see if I can show it off to you later. We've also got the symbols over here for Resonant gas. Again, that one's nice. On the top, we also have the ROCINANTE logo here of a woman on the side. I think Amos sprayed it on the side when he was at Tycho Station. Quite cool to see that level of detail being involved in the build here. And obviously we're using LCD blocks to replicate the ROCINANTE name. Very cool. And if you guys don't know at the minute, the Expanse is currently in a bit of turmoil. Season 4 was cancelled by Sci-Fi, the original host for the show. Now they're in talks with Amazon to potentially renew the series. So if you are a fan of this series, make sure to watch it live on the night it actually comes out, and also watch it via iTunes and stuff like that, and download it and watch it within 3 days via DVR if you want to save the series. It's personally one of my most favourite sci-fi series at the minute. Another reason why I'm making this video is to bring attention to the Expanse, as it truly is awesome. If you have seen it and have watched it, let me know down below. And if you'd like to see a few battles with this ship involved, also let me know below, because I reckon we could get a battle of this one going. It could be potentially pretty cool. Anyway, let's take a look inside for a minute, as I have a few things to highlight about it. So we come down here to the main airlock. I think this is activated on a sensor block as well, so let's just go in a minute and stand here. There we go, it goes red. You hear the sensor bleep, and the door should open. We are flashing red light. Oh, I can now open it, okay. Well, thank you, airlock. That's very nice. So we're into the central airlock system now. This would typically be the armory and suit-up area of ROCINANTE. Obviously, in spaces, we don't have that much to play with. Maybe in a game like Skywonders, we could really replicate that. I know someone's actually worked on the ROCINANTE's door, so this is probably the best we can get going for the minute. What we'll do is we'll cover this ship from top to bottom. So we're going to go up here, and bam, we're in this sort of CIC battle bridge level at the minute. These are the consoles the crew would typically sit on. You usually have Naomi and Amos sat over here, and also you've got your CIC like displays here. The central table would pop out here. Unfortunately, we don't have that. You'd also have Alex set up here as well, the pilot of ROCINANTE, and you've also got these custom screens here. We've got a map on the screen as well, a diagnostic readout of a ship, loads of statistics to play with, including sound blocks. I don't think there's any sounds we can play with. We do have a camera though, it's quite nice. There are no sounds, but we do have quite a few things. I have a feeling the sound block triggers when we sense there's an enemy ship nearby, because the ROCINANTE does have battle mode lighting. So going down the stairs here, we're going to go right past the airlock again, all the way down. Now this actually comes to another crew here. We have a medical bay, which is obviously in Space Engineers, is just so you can respawn and change your suit out. Kind of a good idea to have that. There's also an online slash offline LCD, so you'd have diagnostics displayed here. This probably is a medical bay level of a ship. It does make a lot of sense to have it. Using a combination of blast door blocks here to create that nice rigid design looks amazing. We also have these blocks here to create that interior look and feel. And one way the stairs are being created are using these grinded down windows blocks. The normal stairs blocks wouldn't actually cover this, so instead we're using this to climb up and down. A really cool idea. Moving down again, we go to another level. Now this time it's just sort of like a throwaway level, kind of a hydroponics bay here. You can imagine Prax and Amos working down here, cooking the plants, stuff like that. I wouldn't suggest cooking the plants, that was an odd phrase of words. You get what I'm trying to mean here. All the sort of plants on the walls here, and this is actually a very cool minor little detail the creator has added in. I personally would have flipped these around so they displayed a bit better. We've kind of got all the oxygen recycling stuff growing in there, which is looking pretty good. And also got an upside down gravity generator, so don't forget, the ships are displayed a little bit differently in the Expanse. Still pretty cool though. Going down here again, we see what we've got. Now this is a cryo room down here. You've got all your cryo bays. They don't really do cryo on the Expanse, which I guess kind of safe there, but obviously this is sort of like our bay here in Space Engineers. There's not really much detail you can get involved in this game, so I guess we have cryo bays just for the sake of it. Makes a lot of sense. Moving down here as well, we also have the sort of program slash computer bay. I don't know what this really would be on the ROCINANTE, but I guess it's something you can just get involved with. Timer blocks and program blocks. Very nice. Now down here is our main reactor drive. Nothing too special. Again, you can't create much detail in Space Engineers, but this is technically our bit of the Epstein drive, and it looks pretty cool. I like the way it works. And also we have all our reactors over here you can access and put fuel in if you did want to. Now the ship does work in survival, so you can check it out. We're going to quickly go down here, turn our light on. Ooh, here we go. So this is all our hydrogen storage down here. Tons of tanks to actually store stuff in. We've also got cargo containers and a jump drive as well. FTL really isn't a thing in the Expanse, so this is kind of a feature just for Space Engineers. But it's kind of our cargo area down here, and this is one of the best models of the ROCINANTE I've seen so far. So that kind of covers up the interior tour of the ship. We've got most of everything. I'm going to show you how she actually flies now to see how the ship handles in certain conditions. So let's go give her a spin and see what weapon systems she actually has on board. Now, as I did mention earlier, there is another version of a ship by the same creator where the gas tanks can actually be detached and they will fly off. Unfortunately, the mode's not currently working right now. The mod isn't working. There is a working Epstein drive. However, the mod seems to have gone out of date and no one's updated it recently. So maybe with the Expanse now being saved by Amazon, hopefully we can maybe get that mod repaired and create some more Expanse awesome battles for you. Because the drive does actually have its own custom animation, but I'll leave links down to that below as usual. So let's fire up and see how we go. So now we're under normal power. So if we fire up our hydrogen thrusters, let's see if they go here. Groups, all hydrogen thrusters, let's enable them. And bang, we've got our main engine online. Boom, there we go. So this actually powers on hydrogen, which is not a concept they use in the Expanse that much. I'm not familiar how Epstein drives work, so if anybody who's familiar with the Expanse technology, please let me know down below in the comments, because it'd be really cool. And obviously we can do those turning point maneuvers here. Look at that. Boom, there we go. And the engine's now stopping us for a slowdown. A high G maneuver, as they'd call it in the Expanse. It really is one of the best TV shows on at a minute. If you haven't had the pleasure of viewing it, season 1 and 2 is available on Netflix. And if you are watching it live, I believe you can watch it on the Sci-Fi channel to get right into it. And it is really cool. Hopefully they get renewed for a season 4 because it'd be so cool. The story at a minute is really shaping up to be something special, and they have some really talented actors in it. Personally, my favourite has to be either Alex, or as the character, which is played by Cass Anvar, or you've got Christian Avasarala, which is the UN Under Secretary. Unfortunately, I can't pronounce the actress's name and wouldn't want to butcher it, but I'll leave most of it down below if you want to go check it out. So one thing I want to do is I want to test my modded version on this ship here so we can get a bit of an explosion. So I'm going to set this version of Space Pirates over here, and we're going to spawn in my version and see how well we actually do. Because I've modified mine. So again, this is now the MCRN TACHI design. The one which we escaped the Donisher from before it was repainted. Now I've modified mine so it has a bit of a heavier PDC over here. You can see this is almost more accurate to the PDCs which are on the ROCINANTE, and it looks so OP. Now this ship here has the MCRN colours, even called the logo over here, which is very nice. It's all relatively the same ship, just painted orange and black, or orange and dark grey, however you see it. You can still get this in the workshop, I'll link it down below. For a minute, let's go and control it, and let's go blow up the other version of the ROCINANTE. Right, we're in command now, so let's make sure our weapons are actually enabled. Here we go. I'm just going to make sure I own everything on board. I do, so let's go. Vulcans. These are called the Vulcan turrets. They are PDCs. Let's name him PDC. There you go. And we'll set it to, I should set it to 500 or 400 and see how much damage we can actually cause. They are on? Okay, let's go. We're in combat. We also got the weapon launcher up front. I forgot about this. We do have a torpedo launcher. There you go. It doesn't really do much damage. Now we've got to be careful. I don't want to swing by and not actually damage it, so we'll have to be very careful how we go. I'll stick myself into spectator mode so we can see when and where we come by. Let's switch to this mode and let's watch those PDCs open fire on the ROCINANTE. Let's go. Ready? Hopefully we're not going to vam. There we go. PDCs are firing. Look at that. It looks so cool in this mode. And there we go. Really nice. Let's high G burn the ship around. I may have lost control slightly. Oh well. And let's get back under control. Let's see how much damage we can cause to it. We'll have to come back around again because we're travelling too fast in the other direction. Oh, we are hitting the ship. Okay, wow. I didn't expect to hit it. Torpedoes our way. Obviously in the Expanse, the ship will now be destroyed like near enough instantly if you've got hit by that many torpedoes, but in Space Engineers, ships are kind of a bit more robust. We are destroying its gas tanks, though. Oh, we almost hit it. Now this is why I love the Expanse. You get these awesome scenes like this in the show. If you haven't watched it yet, definitely go watch it. The Donager battle is available on YouTube, so even just check that out. I mean, to be honest, it's really cool. And let's finish it off with a few more torpedoes. We've not completely destroyed it, but the job's almost been done. Because it's not really firing back. I expect in an actual battle, this ship would probably get pelted a lot more. So if you guys would actually like to see a battle between the Tachi and maybe its own type, or maybe the ROCINANTE version, let me know down below in the comments, because I'd really like to do an Expanse-themed battle. There's also a really cool Donager build on the workshop I'd love to show off to the Expanse fans. So if you know anybody who's an Expanse fan and wants to try a game where you can fly some of the type ships, definitely check out Space Engineers, it is really cool. Guys, I've been Captain Jack. I hope you did enjoy this video. It was a little short thing to show off my love for the Expanse, a really cool ship, and a really cool series. And I can't wait to hopefully see the series get renewed for a Season 4. It would be so cool. Well, thank you for watching. I've been Captain Jack, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.